stuck the front extension of the frame back on there just to show you where it goes, but I've got a few issues with it, so I'm going to sandblast that next, but I've got to fix that bend in the front tube, and I've noticed that underneath somebody had welded on a tow bar. And if you look at this and a little tiny bit of shiny metal there, you can see there wasn't much holding it on there. Go to the other side. Actually, in the back part here, it wasn't even welded. Going to the other side, not a whole lot better. There's about 4 shiny spots where it was actually welded. So, heaven forbid that was being towed around on the road. So I've got to grind the welds off, I'm going to clean it up, I'm going to sandblast that right now, and I've got a pretty neat trick, idea, whatever, I've read about, I've never tried it, but when I straighten that tube out to get these kinks out of it, I'm going to tap the end where it's welded off and sealed there. I'm going to drill and tap there. I'm going to connect the air pressure to it at about 100 to 120 pounds. And I'm going to take my torch and I'm going to heat that up cherry red until the air pressure pushes it back out where it's supposed to be. We'll see if that works. Okay, I already tried bending this pole and it's not cooperating, so I'm going to put a bit of heat to it. Okay, so I've drilled and tapped into the end here. The rest of it is all sealed off. So I've got about 110 psi air pressure inside the pipe. So now I'm going to get the torch, fire it up, start heating that and see what I can accomplish. bit afraid to put more heat to it than that. Has definitely come out quite a bit, but you can see how there's still quite a bit of a ripple in the surface there. So I don't know if I just have to put more heat, but it's a little scary. Okay, so I didn't quite get the result I wanted trying to blow this back out into shape, but I've also noticed that this one for sure is bent out. This looks pretty straight, but I'm not sure that it's supposed to be. I think the spacing between the two is off, but it's only off by about 1/4 of an inch. And there's a very obvious bend in this one, so I'm not quite sure what's going on. But I have a replacement. Okay, it's going to be a little dark out here trying to get this piece off, but there's a little sneak peek at the Twincam. I'm going to do a whole episode on that shortly, but right now I have some spare parts here, and this frame looks a whole lot better than the other one. I'm going to have to weld a new stud on there for the bumper mount, but all in all, it's better to start with than the other. Someone butchered this, taking the bumper off with a torch. So I have to replace the bumper bolt. I cut this one off of the other frame, the one that all the dimensions are wrong, that's all bent out of shape, and so I'm going to weld this one on in place of that. First I got to get that out of the way. Okay, not too bad. I think I learned. I set myself on fire the other day. Okay, I think I'm kind of happy with that. Now I just need to finish cleaning it up. I was cleaning it up in my blast cabinet, but I couldn't get at the ends. It's just too big in there. And my blast cabinet quit working on me. I changed the grit, and I've got a little bit heavier grit than what was in there before, and it won't lift it. So I think what I'm going to do is drag this outside. I'm going to bring my pressure pot sandblaster out and finish it off out there, and then it'll be ready for paint. Okay, now this is the second frame extension. This is the one that I had to weld a new stud on, the bumper mounting bolt. I've sandblasted it. I've gone over and I've scraped and degreased most of it. Got all the engine crud off. I'm going to give it a final cleaning with this cleaner degreaser, and then I'm going to use the metal prep and get it ready for paint. So this is a mixture of the degreaser, and it's mixed about 3 to 1 with water. 1 part degreaser to 2 parts of water. I have pretty much degreased this already. I've gone over it with brake cleaner, and but just to get the final bit of grease off just from handling it. And anyway, this is what it's recommended to use. There are other products that you can use satisfactorily as well. I won't be using this, I don't think, when I do the main frame. Big part of the frame. I'm probably going to use a solvable degreaser, I think is the brand name. I'll see how far this stuff stretches. I've got it, I'm going to use it up at some point. Now I need to let it dry, and then we'll treat it with a metal prep. Okay, now I'm going to follow up the degreaser with the metal prep, and I need to put that on and keep it wet for about a half an hour, and then we rinse it again. This is basically an acid that's going to eat any rust that's left in the little bits. There's not a lot of rust on this part. It was mostly surface rust, which was pretty much taken off with the sandblasting. Just to be absolutely certain that we're going to get a good bond, I'm going to paint it with the POR 15. There's a fair bit of controversy about POR 15. Some people recommend it, some people say don't go near it. I used it on the Mini when I restored the Mini, and haven't had any issues. I do know that if you're going to use it with anywhere exposed to sunlight, you need to top coat it, and it's got to be used properly and in the right place. Ways away from the camera, so I hope I'm not just talking to myself, but I should have put my microphones on. I picked up a set of microphones to use, and I tend to forget about them. Also recording this on a GoPro, which I just purchased fairly recently. I'm still trying to learn about it. I've had some mixed results so far. Getting to know how long the batteries last, because they don't seem to last all that long. I have lost footage by not putting an absolutely fresh battery in it when I was starting. So I'm going to keep applying this and keep it wet for half an hour. And I'll shut the camera off and come back in half an hour. Okay, that has been a half an hour, and I went over it probably about 3 more times, just trying to keep it wet. I can see it's just starting to dry up again now, but time to rinse. Okay, so now I'm going to brush on. I'm using the POR 15. There's quite a bit of controversy online about this product. I've used it successfully. I think I've said that before. Anyway, that's what's going on. Okay, it's a couple hours later, and this is just getting tacky. If I just very, very gently touch it, it's not quite transferring, but I am leaving a fingerprint in the paint, so I think that's about the right time to put a second coat on. I'm using the same brush, but I wrapped it up really good. Actually, I put it in an old rubber glove, just to keep it from hardening on me. Okay, it's the next day, and that frame extension is completely dry, and well, this video is going to end here. Please like and subscribe, and if you come back, today I'm going to be working on the frame and basically trying to do the same thing, or I will be doing the same thing to the frame. So by the end of the day, hopefully that'll be all in black, and then I'll be able to get out both videos in pretty short order. So thanks for watching. See you next time.